Their next preliminary hearing is scheduled for November 24th, and in the meantime, the judge is ordering for them to stay away from all Harvard buildings, and they're not allowed to have any fireworks or firearms. Governor Maura Healey says she has no backup plan for when SNAP benefits run out November 1st, and instead, she's calling on the Trump administration to fund the program. 2022 United States Census data says Massachusetts has the third largest Haitian immigrant population in the country, and a community activist told me how some people in Boston are on edge. One Berkeley professor told me women struggling to get ahead in the music industry is nothing new. If the Red Sox beat the Yankees, they'll move on to the division series with the possibility of hosting 5 home games. People can order this Sunday until the end of May, and some of this money will be used to support families at future Autism Eats events. Reporting for BNN, I'm Chloe Adams. The first images of the suspects came from surveillance video, and today we saw the faces of 20-year-old Dominic Cardoza and 18-year-old Logan Patterson walking out of the courthouse. If convicted, each could face up to 5 years behind bars on one count of conspiracy to damage, a charge that Cardoza's attorney calls overblown.
He lives as a law-abiding citizen, otherwise he has no record. I can't even find a driving speeding ticket for him.
Federal officials allege Cardoza and Patterson set off a cherry bomb on the 4th floor of the Harvard Medical School building while visiting the area over Halloween weekend.
There's no doubt what these men allegedly did in conspiring to commit a deliberate and extremely dangerous act could have resulted in casualties had the Goldenson building been occupied at that time.
Federal officials say several witnesses came forward saying Cardoza and Patterson were the ones in the images.
Surveillance cameras captured 2 suspects wearing face coverings, walking near the medical school and lighting what appeared to be a Roman candle fireworks.
Charging documents say they climbed scaffolding up to the roof before entering the building.
A short time later, campus police were alerted to a fire alarm from an explosion on the 4th floor of the building.
The suspects fled the scene.
They began ditching distinctive items of clothing that they were previously wearing.
Both suspects, along with their attorneys, did not comment on a motive.
Setting off an explosive device inside a locker at an institution geared toward higher education is not some harmless college prank. It's selfish, it's short-sighted, and it's a federal crime.
Their next preliminary hearing is scheduled for November 24th, and in the meantime, the judge is ordering for them to stay away from all Harvard buildings, and they're not allowed to have any fireworks or firearms. Reporting outside federal court, I'm Chloe Adams, WCVB News Center 5. Governor Maura Healey says she has no backup plan for when SNAP benefits run out November 1st, and instead, she's calling on the Trump administration to fund the program.
It's outrageous. Feed people, Mr. President. Feed Americans. It's your job.
The governor demanding the president use contingency funds to help some households keep food on the table.
What he's engaged in now is cruel, it's callous.
The USDA says the well has run dry, and while Massachusetts has billions in its rainy day fund,
Doesn't begin to cover this.
the federal government pays $240 million a month to Massachusetts for SNAP recipients. No other administration has ever cut people off from these benefits during a government shutdown. The Healey administration posting an alert on the state's website blaming the president, as this headline runs across a page on the White House's website. Republican State Senator Ryan Fatman says he's sick of seeing blame shifting from both parties.
We got to stop this. It's nonsense. It's immature. And we got to help people. That's the point of government.
The Greater Boston Food Bank says this will put pressure on a, quote, overburdened food pantry system. Reporting outside the State House, I'm Chloe Adams, WCVB News Center 5.
We are, in fact, a nation of immigrants, and we cannot forget our roots.
Some people applauded, others held signs, but all stood in solidarity outside the State House. Immigration advocates like Elizabeth Sweet says the Safe Communities Act could help immigrants understand when they can get legal help.
We all have rights here in the United States, regardless of immigration status. And so we're really encouraging all immigrants to know their rights, to learn their rights, and be ready to assert their rights.
Mira says for every 5 Massachusetts workers, 1 is an immigrant.
We can't afford to lose so many individuals to these harsh enforcement policies.
2022 United States Census data says Massachusetts has the third largest Haitian immigrant population in the country. And a community activist told me how some people in Boston are on edge.
We usually got classes over here. English class, computer class are full of people. All the classes are canceled because of fee. Students don't show up.
Arthur Almeida says his face was in the crowd because he wants to help more immigrants feel safer in public.
I had my passport in my pocket, so we need to get prepared.
The State House will have more crowds April 5th for people joining a nationwide protest against the Trump administration.
We are not a monarchy.
Reporting for BNN, I'm Chloe Adams.
Pains me to say the truth.
Her stage name might be Lazy, but Carissa Meyer says she's anything but.
That's just like how I get it out. I don't journal. I just write the songs. It didn't even cross my mind when I was first starting that like I'm a girl and I'm a producer.
A 2025 Southern California University study shows women represent just over 10% of leadership music industry roles.
I didn't really realize until I was like in bands and playing shows and meeting a bunch of producers and like getting hit up by people, and I was like, oh, everyone's a guy.
Meyer says she's performing this year at Boston Calling, a music festival that Abby Carbonneau says has a lineup of about 80% men. Carbonneau says she researches over 500 music festivals.
The biggest thing is getting the conversations in the rooms where decisions are being made.
One Berkeley professor told me women struggling to get ahead in the music industry is nothing new.
What we're going to do first is have the force.
It's general, age-old sexism, unfortunately. So it happens all the time, and then they don't necessarily get a chance to get that job because they're not seen as someone who knows what they're talking about.
Valerie Orth says she teaches her students about female trailblazers in the industry.
It's like having a female president and then being like, oh, I can do that.
Am I going to run into an instance in 5 years where I could get a job as a producer for a video game company, and then there's like a guy that gets it over me with less qualifications?
We reached out to Boston Calling several times for comment, but they did not respond.
It doesn't feel the same.
Reporting for BNN, I'm Chloe Adams. The home of the Red Sox is freshening up the ballpark, getting ready for their team's wild card series against the New York Yankees.
It means more to me than almost anything. My kids, Boston sports.
The playoffs are in the Bronx, but energy here is high for Sox fans getting revved up. This is the first time in 4 years that the Red Sox and Yankees go head-to-head in the playoffs, and some fans are serious when it comes to a game against their favorite rival.
I actually, years before meeting her, broke up with someone because I found out she was a Yankee fan.
Still, there's at least two things Red Sox and Yankees fans have in common: their love for the rivalry and poking fun at the other.
It took you guys a really long time to finally get a World Series, but it's been pretty good lately.
If the Red Sox beat the Yankees, they'll move on to the division series with the possibility of hosting 5 home games. In Fenway, Chloe Adams, WCVB News Center 5. This Ben & Jerry's sundae is new to Boston Shop menus. It has a scoop of marshmallow sky ice cream, another scoop of ultraviolet, and then more sweets top it off. Leonard Zahn says 25% of sales will go to Autism Eats, a nonprofit that says eating out shouldn't be stressful.
The individuals with autism are absolutely free to be themselves, exhibit any behaviors that they have.
Zahn says Autism Eats events are free for families who can't afford it.
Families get a chance to come out and they can relax. You're in good company.
Armani Thao made sure his nephew, who has autism, helped create the new sundae.
I had Landon name the ice cream, and I don't know where he picked up this phrase, but he kept saying, oh yeah, like that's what he wanted to call it. So the sundae is called Oh Yeah by Landon.
A special visitor brought even more joy to this event. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says 1 in 44 children were diagnosed with autism in Massachusetts between 2016 and 2018.
I always tell people we scoop smiles, and it's true, because when we come to these donated events, not only we're just donating, but we're making someone's day or making someone smile at that moment.
People can order this sundae until the end of May, and some of this money will be used to support families at future Autism Eats events. Reporting for BNN, I'm Chloe Adams.